What's up, guys? Today we're doing some chord fills. Let's see what it's gonna sound like. Something like this. So, I just improvised that right now, and I know it wasn't like next level amazing, but it was pretty cool, and I could keep on messing around with that until I have kind of a song idea. Now, I get a question about this topic a lot. So I had a lesson with Richard today, and he asked me about this. I had a lesson also with Mikal the other day, and this is the reason I'm making these two videos, the chord fills one and the slap level acoustic, which kind of go together in a sense, because I'm using both of the techniques. But I get questions about this a lot. How do you do those chord fills that I sometimes improvise? And it's actually mind-blowingly simple. It's a long journey to get there, to actually make very nice chord fills. But to understand the theory and to get started with it is actually very easy. You just have to answer 3 questions. What notes do I play? When do I play them? Which is very important. It's not just about knowing what notes you can use and not use, and choosing the right ones or whatever, and then how to play them. Now that gets more into slides, technique, and so on and so forth, and how to use the notes that you choose and where you play them, how actually to play them. It's very important, and it makes a very big difference. Okay, now in this first video, I'm just going to answer this series. This is going to be part of a course, and you can download the PDF using the links in the description. So this is how the PDF is going to look, and it's going to show you just some reminders when you're sitting down to practice this thing, what you can do. Okay, so as for the notes, it's very simple. The first idea I have is to use the notes from the chords in the progression. Now, very easily what that means is if I have an A minor and G chord and I would want to do some chord fills over them, I just use the notes inside these chords to give me a selection of notes that I can use to improvise with. Okay? There I have my G chord. So I've got all these notes. And also this note, which is a double of that one, if you want to get technical. And then I have all these the three open ones. So just with that, I can create some nice notes. Now some of those fills were cool, some were stupid because I messed up the rhythm, but more on that later. You get the idea, right? I don't have to think scales, I don't have to think keys, I just have to think what chords am I playing? Now if you want to do chord fills, you need to have a good chord progression, so make sure your chord progression is good. And then I combine those two, then I get the notes. Okay, I'm gonna just apply this quickly into a harder level. If I have an A minor and a D at the 5th fret with bar chords, all those notes, I memorize them, and then all these notes. Now you'd think, okay, that's just A minor pentatonic. Not really, because this note is not in the A minor pentatonic, and I'm playing it. And some of the notes on the A minor pentatonic are not in these two chords. So for instance, there's another note there and one there that are not part of these shapes. So, but anyway, the point is, I'm just combining the chords that I'm playing and use that to come up with a selection of notes. Now, when to play the notes, this is probably the most important point in doing chord fills. You need to play your notes before the downbeat. Now, what is the downbeat? You're listening to a groove in a song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's the downbeat. 3, 4, 1, 2. If I was a drummer, boom, ga, and filling, boom, ga, and shuffle it, cha-cha, boom. So you can start wherever you want, really. Not really, but you tend to need to start on the 3 or the 4 to kind of manage it. Pros can start on the 1, like 1. I'm not going to go into that. We'll do that later in the course. But you want to start on the 3 or the 4 so that you're ready on the 1 to play the new chord. Okay. Very, very important. So you need to start on beat 4 or 3, depending on the song, okay? So if it's a slow song, you can start on 4 because then you still have enough time to play a fill before the next downbeat, okay? Or if the song is a bit faster, then you want to start on the 3rd beat. So that means I'm playing an A minor to a G again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. But if the song's faster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You know what I mean? Okay, so you get the idea. So always start on the 3 or the 4. How to play this? Read this. Keep it simple. Okay, don't try to be fancy. Keep it groovy. Make sure you're in rhythm. You're not just playing notes. You're not going 3, 4. That actually sounds cool. But it wasn't out of rhythm, so that's why. Be repetitive. Very important when doing chord fills. If you do a fill twice, then you really get a sense for it, and you can maybe add a little bit of a change. I've got a workshop on how to write good melodies, and that will really help you a lot. Be melodic, singable, and make notes from songs, like riffs you learn from songs, and improv sessions that you have. If you find a good riff, write it down, okay? Because that might be, if you find a good, make like a notebook, chord fills in A minor, boom. Chord fills in G. Then you have like riffs there. Now, for the challenge of this week, I want to see your bad attempts. Okay, I want to see how you mess it up, how you try chord fills, and then I'm gonna reply on those videos and see what you can, how I can help you. But in lesson 2, level 2 or the second checkpoint in this course, I'm going to be showing you some practice fills that you can copy from me, and then kind of how you can make them your own, if that makes sense. Okay, cheers guys, have a nice day, goodbye.